5th time now. Shoot. We are back. I've been trying to get this lady to work, and she doesn't want to work. She'd like to get on board. Get on board. Yep, whatever. Don't care. Bon voyage. Number trainers. So, basically, we get set off on a little expedition on the Royal Unova. We were going to do Challenger's Cave today for anybody who remembered from a couple episodes prior, but that got completely changed because I totally forgot about this place. So basically, if you go in these cabins... Okay, so now we fight this kid. So there are going to be 5 battles that we have to do here. I'm actually thinking that I'll probably do Challenger's Cave after this just because it's only 5 battles, but I'm not sure yet. And this is a Tauros. As I've said before, it is a fantastical normal type. But is unfortunately, say it with me, unfortunately, one of the Pokemon that have been stripped down by power creep, being one of the most powerful Generation 1 Pokemon, to being a bottom of the barrel mediocre normal type. It's still good. It still has certain traits that normal types like an amazing speed stat, good abilities like Intimidate and Sheer Force. Has some good moves like Zen Headbutt, Strength. I think it has Earthquake, Rock Slide, all those like good normal type moves. But its attack stats only 100, which I mean isn't terrible. But you want more oomph, and that oomph doesn't have any boost to it. If you want to use it for single player, it's still God knows amazing. But it's just not going to do so good in competitive anymore. And now we just literally trail onto one of the worst Pokemon in this game, Wailord. It is still usable, it's still very good, it has very good stats, like it has one of the highest HP of all water types. I think, if memory serves me right, it's definitely in the top 3 of the highest HP stats of all water types in the whole entire game, still to this day. Holy crap, it just tanked the Thunderbolt thanks to the Amnesia. So, this thing has good mixed attack stats, has access to Water Spout, which is a move that very few other Pokemon have, and which basically means it's a 150 power move, but the lower your HP is, the more it'll lose its power. This thing has a god-high HP stat. Kinda helps, but then its speed and bulk are atrocious. It has 40 defensive stats, which, to be honest, coupled with its high HP stat, you would think that it would totally negate each other, but it has 40 defenses. Kinda not negatable. And its speed is mediocre. It's not pathetic. Mediocre. And I like the royal atmosphere in the cabin. So, I think this is per daily during evenings. By the way, right now I set the clock backwards, so after this, I'm just going to set the clock back up to my main time. Just, I think, like, 2:40 or something, I don't know. And, of course, we find an Emolga, even though I said all new Pokemon, but nope, Emolga has to be here. Oh, thanks, Emolga. Just get out of here. These special defense drops from Atlantis are coming in pretty quickly. Okay, so Encore means that I can only be using Psychic now for, I think, 2 more turns. Which, I mean, hey, it's a Psychic, and hey, I'm gonna switch out now, so, hey. And she's already out. Wow, that's quick. So basically, it's $1,000 or $1,000 for a ticket, but then you get all this money from all the battles along with XP. Usually want to do this bi-daily, which I'll probably do just to level up the Pokemon and stuff like that, just because, you know, Victory Road isn't giving a lot of the best XP anymore, so I'll probably do some of that now, but by the end of the game, our Pokemon will be like around level 70. And here's a interesting case. Rotom! This thing is good, but at the same time, not good. Because Rotom is which we won't be seeing, that's why I'm saying this, it has Levitate, which makes it immune to its ground weakness. That's why, actually, I had no idea that I would find Rotom. It's completely random off the trainers, so I can't even say that putting Haxorus up front with a Mold Breaker Earthquake would be good, but, you know, it's a fast special attacker, not great defenses, attack, but then it has Rotom forms. And these forms are based upon appliances. So the appliances would be Wash, Heat, Mow, Frost, and Fan, which takes respectively of a washing machine, a microwave, a lawnmower, a freezer, and or a fridge, and a fan. The Wash is more of a defensive because of its defensive typing. Because all these things, all Rotom originally from previous generation had one typing. Had had Electric and Ghost, but in Gen 5 their types all changed. So Rotom Wash, all of these, so all the appliance forms, to just go back onto that, all the appliance forms have different stats than the original Rotom forms, which is better stats. They have, I think, 100 in their special defense, physical defense, and special attack. I think 80s in their speed, 65 in attack, and 50 in HP. Around there. That's like a guesstimate. So they're more like bulky offensors. All of them have Levitate, which I'll go in a second. By the way, this is Butterfree, Bug Flying, good special attack, good special defense, decent speed, access to Quiver Dance now in this game, Sleep Powder, gets it at level 10. If you ever get it here, which you probably will, you'll have access to all of its moves if you use a hard scale. I'm going to say this is probably the best that you will ever see Butterfree for once. I cannot believe I said that, but still, even with Quiver Dance, Volcarona will allow class, I think, 10 ways towards Sunday, so don't use it. Use your current team right now, unless you really want to use a Butterfree. That's probably the best that'll ever be. Going back into the Rotom forms. So, Rotom Wash in this game, and for all next games, is going to be a Water and Electric type. And then Heat is Electric Fire, Rotom Mow is Electric Grass, Rotom Frost is Electric Ice, and Rotom Fan is Electric Flying. I'm gonna say out of all of them, probably the best three are probably by Wash, Heat, and then Mow, and then probably then it would be probably Frost, and then Fan's the worst one by far. And you're asking yourself, oh, Electric Flying, that's really good. Doesn't, like, Zapdos have that? And it isn't, like, so good? And you even stressed before that Emolga had that typing, and you said if it had better stats, it would be great. And you told us that those things had 100 physical defense, special defense, and a special attack. True. If it didn't have Levitate, which is literally a waste of a ability slot. A actual waste. If it had another ability, sure, it would be great. It would probably be up there with Zapdos and whatnot. But nope. If for some reason Game Freak was like, nope, we're gonna give it the ability of Levitate, even though it's a flying type, And that will literally be the most wasteful ability slot possible. And it's just no reason to use it over Zapdos and all of them. Just because it has nothing to distinct itself from the two, because the ability usually is what distincts itself. Also, all the Rotom forms, except the regular one, have one move for their secondary ability. So, for like instance, Rotom Wash's Hydro Pump. I don't remember how you get these moves. Rotom Wash's Hydro Pump. Rotom Heat has Overheat. Rotom Mow has Leaf Storm. Rotom Frost is Blizzard. And Rotom Fan has Air Slash. So, those are all the Rotom forms. And now we go on to Gyarados. I'm not going to be mean to it. This is worse off, like, than Dunsparce, this thing. This thing's highest stat is 90, which you're like, okay, Dunsparce would be better than that. No, not really, because it only has Bug and Poison type, which really isn't a good... It might be a good defensive type, and quad resistant to fighting, and with all the fighting types coming around this generation, I mean, that would be good to, like, hard stall him. But then you realize that basically everyone in their mother of those fighting types have rock type coverage, which the thing is weak to. I believe it's like defenses are like 60. The only reason why you would use it is because of Sticky Web. And Sticky Web isn't even in this, I think. Where you can't, where Sticky Web is, it lowers your opponent's speed by 1. But there are so many more better Pokemon that do it. Like, for Galvantula has access to Sticky Web. And that's like the premier Sticky Web user. By the way, now we're going on to Float. So this is from Gen 4, if you remember Pokemon Pearl. And this thing is, I would say, the definition of a new Pokemon for the physical special split. Makes attack stats, but preferably in a physical attacking role. Decently high HP. Really good speed, pathetic, and I mean pathetic defenses. And that's why I got O-code by Cable. No, yeah. I have 3 Pokemon to deal with them. I don't need to fill them up. Ah, it tasted wonderful. You know, I'll be right back. I gotta do something quick. Okay, back. And now, we go over here, and we'll go in this room quick, see if... Because I can bring our Pokemon. Dang it, I thought that would be a battle. I'm running with the rhythm, but it seems like a real challenge. So, well, don't you agree? Ah, whistle is blowing. Sorry to keep you so long. Thank you. What? The heck? Okay. Give me people to fight. Now. Let me fight somebody. Please. Please. Come on. In here. In here. There has to be a battle. Dang it. By the way, if you talk to all these people, you don't get anything. I know you don't get any items here. And yeah, it's also timed. Forgot to say that. And yep, you can't go until tomorrow. That's kind of the thing. It's very time constricted, and yeah. Let me switch back to time. If you just saw a like a little bit of a jolt cut just me. Let's say that I quickly checked, but something was off and there was something on the screen which I didn't know what the heck was, so I just had to edit it out. And now I'm putting on this section on the last part of the episode. So I was saying that I don't know if it stayed in there, but like it is time constricting. And if you hear those horns in the back, you only have a certain amount of set time to complete the Royal Unova, and if you don't, you'll be transported back to Castelia City, and you won't be able to do it until the next day. I mean, it is kind of unfortunate. I feel like they should have just allowed you to do it until you completed all the 5 trainers, and then it would just auto-sense like, hey, he's done. Alright, get him out of here. But apparently, no, they just wanted to make it time-constricting to you, which doesn't really make sense. Okay. And for today, just because this is a TM move... Oh, come on. Give it. Aha. We need to put on Flash back on Atlantis. Instead of Shadow Ball. Just for at least now. Just because Psychic and Air Slash is still a good combo. And then after this, there'll be no... we might have to put on Shadow... We're gonna put it back on Shadow Ball after Challenger's Cave. And then I think after that, there might be like one other location for it, but I can't really think of anything right now. So we won't be really needing it. That's one good thing. There are gonna be some new Pokemon in here, but I think for right now, I think I'll just keep on this Repel. And now, we could go in it because this guy isn't blocking us off. And now we can use Flash. We talk to this guy. Haha. So these guys are going to be, the latest level I think is 65. So this is definitely going to give us some experience to get jolted back up there. We have Gulbat, a new Pokemon. If you've ever seen my Pokemon Pearl, you know this is Pokemon Pearl's Patrat. Where basically what I'm saying is this thing is so common, this family of Pokemon. You see it basically everywhere. Is it terrible though? No. Its next evolution is actually one of the fastest Pokemon in the game, which is something to say about it. Its poison and flying typing is actually really good for this game because it's actually quad resistant to fighting, and actually is in quad weakness against rock. And it also has access to Roost, which lets it lose its flying typing, so it actually can go mono on mono with a lot of fighting types. It's really good against some certain ones. Can utterly stonewall some of those fighting types, and it's still really good by itself. It has good coverage, like it has Heat Wave, U-Turn, Cross Poison, Sludge Bomb, Acrobatics. It even can hit against its really like weak things, aka steel types with Heat Wave, so it isn't completely walled by him. So actually he's a really good Pokemon. Blah 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 blah. Had to close my eyes for a second. Don't know why, but did. And this guy, who he's gonna be fighting? Dratini! We're gonna have to go these in quick fire order. Dratini is a Dragon-type Pokemon. It is the one and only Dragon-type from Kanto, the evolutionary family at least. This thing evolves at level 55, which, I mean, this guy could have already evolved it by then, but you know, you be you, buddy. It has a very massive physical attack stat, has a very, 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 very powerful hidden ability, which its regular ability is still fine. It's still usable without its hidden ability, but its hidden ability makes it into a terror multi-scale. And that's only like on Lugia, I think. And allows you to take like only a quarter of damage when you're only at full health. So like the 100% of the damage that you were taking, it strips 75% away from it, which is just mind-boggling, and allows it to stay on so many things. It's stupidly powerful. And it has Dragon Dance, it has God tier coverage and Flamethrower, Ice Beam, Brick Break, Aerial Ace, Dragon Tail, Dragon Claw, Surf. It keeps going on and on and on. It's a mixed attacker with certain stats and allows it to do a lot of things. Scyther. Scyther is a bug and flying type, and you're asking yourself, yeah, bug and flying types suck. Nope, not with Scyther, because this thing is a first evolution, well, to get O-code, but not the point. It has a 110, I think, physical attack, 80 defense is not terrible, over 100 speed, which is really good, Swords Dance, Bug Technician, which boosts up its Bug Bite and its, like, lower Aerial Ace, has Eviolite, which is mind-bogglingly bulky, even for a bug and flying type. This thing is probably, until, like, Yamega, if we exclude that family, it's probably the best bug type. Well, I'm going to say this without a doubt. It's the best bug type, and it's probably withstood the testament of time in Kanto. Its evolution, though, you have to link trade it, and once you do that, it'll evolve into a bug steel type, and we've already seen that from Excavalier, how that's a really good typing, and that's probably one of the best bug and steels, excluding legendaries, that's out right now, because it has priority power. It's really good, but I'm just gonna say it just until it gets. We go into some really good things, and we go into some terrible things. Sudowoodo is really good in single player, but doesn't really have the distinction of being very good in multiplayer, unfortunately. Every single mother in its rock type outclasses it. Golem outclasses it 20 times Saturday, and that thing's outclassed so badly. It has good moves, it has good stats, but there's just so many other rock type Pokemon that could do a lot of other things than what Sudowoodo cannot do. Yes, it has Rock Head. Yes, it has good coverage moves in Wood Hammer, Double Edge, Rock Slide, Earthquake, Brick Break. It has really good coverage, but really doesn't have the speed to pull it off at most occasions. Like at the end, if you saw in Pokemon Pearl, Sudowoodo wasn't really keeping up with the team. Like as you saw, I usually had to take it out for a barrel or stuff like that, but at the start, it was a lot better, but at the end, I was going to say it was probably one of the weaker teammates, probably the weakest. But still, it was pretty powerful if you know how to play the cards right. If you don't, you're in some trouble. So it has a very high defense, good physical attack, no real boosting move. It does have Rock Polish, but that we could use now, but I don't think I had access to that back in the day. Or if I did, I totally forgot about it. Just kind of unfortunate. And lastly, Manectric. Wait. Manectric, it's kind of like every single electric type. It's a fast special attacker, kind of like Pikachu. I mean, not like Zebstrika, but usually every single electric type, yeah, they have fast, strong. Fast special attacker, nothing else you really want to say. Has Intimidate as an ability. Cool. It's not really good. It doesn't have a lot of amazing stats to go behind it. It's just a mediocre electric type with fast speed and fast special attack. And we go even downwards. We go even down under the barrel even more, and we scrape to the bottom of the plate, and we find Ferret. This is worse than Patrat. I'm gonna say it straight out. It's probably worse than Patrat, or maybe a slightest bit better than Patrat. This thing has decent speed, 90 speed. Decent HP. Its attack is 76. Its special attack is, God knows, atrocious. Physical defense atrocious. Special defense atrocious. Only reason why would you want to use it is because it either A, looks cute, B, has a move called Trick, which allows it to switch a item with an opponent so you can lock it into like a choice scarf or something if it's like a defensive Pokemon, like I don't know. You don't want to be using this. As an HM slave, cool, you could be using it. It's very late into the game now. Why in the hell would you be using it now? I don't even know if you can unlock it now. But why would you be using it? A light breeze would smack this thing over. Probably even Sigilif's physical attack would kill this thing. That's saying something. Me First is a move that allows the opponent to use your move that you are going to use before what you use. So basically, it's like a mimic or a copycat, but it's before it happens. Which really doesn't make sense. And now, another new Pokemon. Oh, jeez. So many new Pokemon today. I'm gonna need more water. Grumpig! Grumpig is a pure Psychic-type Pokemon with a very good special defense and a decent good speed. Other than that, has not really aged well. And it's just one of those Pokemon that you're like, why are you using? I mean, sure, it's decently good. And it's definitely not the worst Psychic-type. Like, there's a lot more out there that I could think of off the top of my head that totally Crash just totally missed the rock slide. I see you. I see you, Crash. That was bad. That was bad, 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 bad. Bad, 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 bad. I don't know. I don't know this. Like Chimecho. That's worse. God, it took me a second to think of that. Think of one. But and it does have some good coverage. It has all the elemental punches, which already there is just like a. You're kidding me? Did half health. Thank you. I mean, it's not terrible, but I think its special attack, physical attack are like 80. Which isn't terrible, but meh. And there we go from zero to hero. Yep, I just made a Disney reference. Fight me. And we go into one of the most powerful Pokemon in this whole entire game. Not this Pokemon exactly, but its evolution. Gabite. The Gabite's family is good doggy. Strong, powerful, bulky, HP bulky, has access to Sword Stance, not terrible, special attack stat, not the greatest, but not the worst. This thing got you covered. This thing got banned in competitive play just because of how stupidly broken it was. Its family, not the Pokemon itself. It's strong. Do I even have any more revives? No, I actually have 6 revives, so we're still good. We're still good on the revive front. When I get down to 0 revives, I'll just quickly leave, but I don't think right now we'll be needing any more revives. But, like, the thing got banned from competitive play for a reason, because of how stupidly strong it was. Underminer got banned too at how stupidly strong it was. They're 2 ground type bros that got banned. I mean, it's just thinking about it now and how broken it is. How completely shaped a metagame and all the Pokemon around it. PP up. Probably won't be using that just yet. Repel's effect wore off. And now we keep trudging on. And found a nugget. I think these rocks still have some items, but I'm not going to check every single one and just nitpick them all. Yeah, this place is going to be large and big. So we're going to be down here for a decent amount of time, and that'll probably end us. It will probably be at the end when the episode ends. This is the first time I've actually ever gone through this cave. When I was a kid, I never knew this. Like, when I was younger, I never saw it. Yeah, that's definitely nothing down there. I never remembered to go down here. Like, to go back. I was a kid because I was a total idiot at Pokemon. I literally, for my team, I think I had... I'm trying to remember. I think I just had an Emboar and a Crocodile, and then I had a Zekrom smacked on there. Which is the other one. And then I think I had... Then I had a Basculin or something stupid. Which I was using as, like, my HM slave. Which even then I understood the concept of. Like a 4-man team, boy. Did a guy say born on the same day and raised together? Holy... Ooh! Uh-oh. 6 Pokemon. By the way, this is Gyarados, and, it evolves from one of the worst Pokemon in the game to one of the strongest Pokemon in the game, and, ooh. He has 6 team members. This might not go... Oh, nuts. I might literally have to outstall with healing. I mean, I'm actually thinking about now, I should be able to bulk. Yeah, I'm looking at now, I should be able to bulk and try to do another Shell Smash. Nope, he's using a Stone Edge. So Gyarados has a really good physical attacking stat, has access to Intimidate, one of the best moves in the game, has really good move coverage, even can learn like fire type moves like Fire Blast, not using it because it has a terrible special attacking stat. It really is one of those Pokemon that can learn basically a lot and is good move pool. And you get it at like level 20, which is so crazy. Well, it does evolve from Magikarp, which everybody knows Magikarp, the weakest Pokemon in the game, blah, 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 blah. So, it does have its pointers, and it does have its uses. Though it was quad weak to electric, but that can be mitigated. Negated. Like, I don't think it has Roost though, but it... Ah, you son of... And, yep, I'm totally dead. Because I totally did not mean to do that. Ooh. I mean, if I could somehow live this, that's totally nice, but I'm not expecting any wonders. Come on, don't do it. Ah, he did an earthquake. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm a dead. Yep, dead. God, crash. That'd be something quick and easy to knock it off with. Yeah, guillotine. Mold Breaker, yep. Ah, Sturdy would have been negated by Mold Breaker. If I just did a Surf along with an Aqua Jet, I would have lived, but eh. And a Druddigan. Dragon Claw. Going. Excadrill. Let's say it again, folks. Going. Oh. Toxic. Why are you using Toxic on one of the strongest Pokemon in the whole entire game? Why are you trying to do? Stall out with Excadrill? What? Stop confusing me. And first Pokemon to get to level 60. Ouch. And yeah, Bacon Bits, your time. Snorlax. And this is what I meant to say. When this is a normal type that has definitely withstood the testament of time. I mean, it has definitely been in competitive play a lot. The Snorlax, it has a high HP, very high special defense. Not the best, very high attack, not the best physical defense, but not the worst. And its HP stat is one of the few reasons why it gets negated. Son of a critical. Earthquake. So its physical defense is not terrible like Wailord's, but it still has a high HP. It actually can use its HP as kind of like a physical defense cushion, and it has a very high physical attack, low pathetic speed, but it basically bulks hits and takes hits, but then releases out massive damage in return, which is still good. By the way, this is the evolution of Gulbat, Crobat, and this thing is very fast and pretty strong. But, you know, it's also weak to Okay. No, shoot. Psychic. I swear to God, critical. Critical if you do. If you do, thank you. Is it sad to say that that trainer was probably more stronger than like the Elite Four, or stronger than the Elite Four members in like terms of difficulty? Oh god, the whole entire team got shredded. I'm running definitely low on revives. Crash literally cannot level up for the life of him. If they were like here, like during their 40s and whatnot, and we're fighting in this place, we would just be entirely decimated. I need to buy more hyper potions. I need to buy everything. I'm getting low, really low on resources. Was gonna think I'm doing the rare candy, but nah. No rare candy yet. Hoping that I really don't find another trainer soon, because can't really fight off them a lot more, because I don't want to be using these max revives, because these are only temporary and I already had to use some for a battle, while regular revives you could just keep buying and buying. Max revives you can't. You just can't. I think that might be an item. Called it. Found a timer ball, I mean, sure. Now you go all the way over here. And yep, that's another trainer eventually. Star piece, nice. Oh, please, don't screw up in your shell smashes. Don't screw up in your shell smashes. Don't screw up in your shell smashes. Okay, only 4. That isn't bad. And I mean, thank you. Wormadam. This is arguably the worst Bug Steel type Pokemon in the whole entire game. And why do you think I should say that? Well, its offenses are 79. Both. And its speed's atrocious. And doesn't really have a good move pool. Need I say more? And also, Wormadam is unique that it actually has different forms. It actually has a Bug Steel form, a Bug Grass form, and a Bug Ground form. I am not gonna die by a godforsaken Wormadam. Thank you. Leavanny, which I'll just be able to easily Rock Slide. No, it's faster. Crash! Ma! Grr. Grr. So, those have different attacking stats, methink, the Wormadams. And they aren't really that good. Like, they're like Butterfree. Or Butterfree before they got Quiver Dance. Not really good Pokemon. But then once again, we completely flip of the scripper. And we go to one of the best Gen 1 Pokemon. There's definitely, once again, what's the testament of time, Cloyster. In its first game, it had the highest physical defense stat in the whole entire game. In this game, you're asking yourself, and it had, well, at least in later games, it definitely had one of the worst special defense stats. But it had good moves, and it's a water and ice type. And you're asking yourself, how has it withstood the testament of time in this game? Shell Smash. This is, by arguably, the best Shell Smash user in the whole entire game. And it has an ability Skill Link, where it uses multi-hit ability 5 times to the maximum. It has access to Icicle Spear and Rock Blast. Put 2 and 2 together, 125 power moves. Yeah, that thing's gonna shred. So, it's definitely the best. And Ninetales, you're like, oh great, Ninetales, the mediocre fire-type Pokemon that nobody cares about because its stats suck. Nope, one of the best Pokemon in the whole entire game. Hands down, probably top 50 at the best Pokemon. And you're asking yourself, you're like, Underminer just O-code it. Yes, it did. Its ability, hidden ability, Drought. That's the ability that Groudon has. It's strong. It allows users of Chlorophyll like Lilligant and Sawsbuck to literally be almost unstoppable and actually be used for high echelons of competitive play. Where usually they completely suck and don't do anything and just flounder around. With Sun support, with Drought support, they actually are able to have some legitimate viability. And, like, it allows, like, so many terrible Pokemon to actually be usable. Which is so stupidly crazy. But, yeah, it's pretty nuts. and how that Pokemon literally changed. By the way, this is where you get Stone Edge. Changed legitimately everything. Like, all these fights, all these powers, all these strengths. By the way, this is basically why you would go here for the TM for Stone Edge. And Oval Stone. That evolves a certain Pokemon from Pokemon Pearl. If you look up my Pokemon Pearl series, wink, wink, wink. When I went to Heart Home City, there was a certain other Pokemon there, wink, wink, wink. Where I was finding Bonsly, wink, 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 wink. Why do I keep winking? Because you want to go watch Pokemon Pearl, as well as this wink, 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 wink. Okay, I gotta stop that. And with that, I gotta get an escape route, man. We're out. We are out. And basically, that's the Challenger's Cave. Some very difficult battles, I'll give it that. But nothing that we couldn't handle. So, with that, next episode, we're going to be doing some stuff. We're going to be exploring a new route. By this episode or next episode, we're actually going to get another legendary Pokemon. I know, crazy, right? And yeah, we're going to be fighting and fighting and fighting. So, I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe, do what all you guys do to make this channel the most popular it could possibly be. And I will talk to you guys later. Peace.